I'm sure that many have noticed this and asked themselves a question: how does this even work? Why, when you look at the biographies of billionaires, the one was almost kicked out of the university, the other moved from one school to another because the teachers refused him? Where is the pattern? I will tell you, there is often simply no correlation between performance at school, college or anywhere else and success in life. Or it's better to say that the correlation is inverse. Children and students are taught to be risk-averse, but in real life everything works completely differently. Mistakes are part of the path of each of us. See, students know from the early ages that they don't want to blindly obey the rules and requirements set by other people, and therefore they are more likely to take risks. They often make mistakes, that's true, but you're more likely to get to your goals when you keep trying rather than just falling into the trap of endless theory. Of course, there are professions and areas of business where accuracy is extremely important and the absence of errors is highly valued. For example, medicine, robotics, shipbuilding, the military sector and so on. Here mistakes will mean huge financial and possibly human losses. And yes, of course, specialists who studied well at university, who know their business perfectly and who double-check everything like hundreds of times, they are highly valued in these areas. But let's look at it from a different angle. If you are on the other side of the barricades and you want to build such a business, you must be flexible. For any entrepreneur, the ability to draw conclusions from mistakes and immediately get up from them is important, because no business was built ideally. According to my observations, these students are more adventurous, they make decisions easier and faster, they are not afraid of getting an extra bump, and they know how valuable real-life experience is. Often they are already accustomed to making vital decisions on their own. They are less susceptible to outside influence and more focused on their own desires and plans. Think about why C students behave this way. They choose to do minimal work in what seems useless to them. They don't strive for a higher grade in something that doesn't seem important. And they don't understand why to waste time on this if they could do more useful things. However, for personal reasons, they also want to, not to be dropped out of the school. And I understand this. They don't set idols for themselves whom society tells them to respect. Their own mind is the only decision maker. But don't get me wrong, I really appreciate the contribution of teachers to our society, and I believe that without them, all the humanity will be different. It's thanks to teachers that we have specialists who are changing our world for the better. But for a teenager, real idols may be different, and I think it's important to be able to determine values based on your personal beliefs and not what was, imposed by others. Well, C students can do this, for sure. Personally, at a more or less conscious age, I studied for C grades. I mean from the age of 14, 15, and I think that everything is fine with my head. I have a great memory, the way of thinking also suits me quite well. I have always found any subject quite easy to understand, but I've been focusing my energy on something else, something that would bring me closer to my personal goals. Therefore, at the age of 16, I was already making decent money for a school child and earned more than everyone combined in my class. Everyone has their own path, but according to my observations, it's the C students who build it by their own. They look at the world more soberly, often question dogmas and constructively criticize. Precisely for these reasons, I believe that excellent students often face more difficulties in the real life than C students. Are you agree with me? Alright guys, thank you for watching my videos and this episode particularly. So if it was useful for you, give me your like. If it wasn't, give me your dislike. In any case, write the comment below to explain your position, to let me understand what should I do better next time. And see you in the day after tomorrow. Thank you very much.